It's time for Ruth 119. We're getting close to the end of Ruth 1. And finally, they get back to Bethlehem. Spoiler alert. See if you can pronounce the Hebrew here. Here's how I would pronounce it. Vatelachna. I think the accent goes before the na, like tiktolna. So vatelachna. So same thing here. I think the accent goes in the middle syllable. This actually might be Shtehem. This might be one of those few places where you do two consonants together, shtei. This is the number 2, and it's the one place where that happens, I think. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, and then I'll just be testing you. Ad, Boana, Boana maybe, actually, Boana, Beit Lechem, or Beit Lachem. This is in pausal form, it looks like, for some reason. I don't know what maybe there's an Atnach there, and it's in pausal form. Okay, I should have done more research. Well, anyway, I can translate it for you. Here's the translation. So this is, and they went. So hiding in there, lach is halak, to walk. And they walked is not a bad translation because they didn't take an Uber, they didn't get on a plane, they didn't take a bus or a train. They walked, right? They didn't even have a donkey, probably. Maybe they did. I don't know. I'm guessing they walked. Even if they had a donkey, they probably had stuff on the donkey, and they walked beside it. They halaked. They halaked a while. So let's break this puppy down, shall we? There we have it. So Vatelachna, let's start at the beginning. Vav patak doubling is what? It's a converted imperfect. Really, it's a preterite. It says this is a historically past form. And so the tav is, in this case, a third feminine plural. It's a 1-2 punch. The tav and the na at the end set us up for a they feminine plural, third feminine plural. Because it's a converted imperfect, I know that tav is an indication that it's imperfect. So it is a call, converted imperfect, or vav consecutive, if you want to say. Wikatol? Anyway, but it's, wakatol. But it's anyway, never mind. It is a converted imperfect, third feminine plural from halak, call, or G stem. All right? And they walked. Them too did. So hem is a them, possessive suffix, them, and then shnayim is the word for two. And shnayim, let's call the whole thing off. You say shnayim, I say shtayim. Anyway, it's them too. And them too walked. They walked until them coming Bethlehem, which is not good English, but it's fine Hebrew. If we were creating a new translation of the Bible, we probably want to stick a to Bethlehem in there because that's good English. But you can say they're coming Bethlehem works fine. They're coming Bethlehem works fine in Hebrew. All right. So, and them two walked until them coming Bethlehem. Now, what about this Boana? Or Boana. I'm not sure. You can look at where the accent is in your Hebrew. Okay, fine. I'm tired of you complaining. I'll go look. I don't know why you question me. I'm always right. So anyway, it is as I said it was. But we're on the wrong page. I'm giving away the answers here. So it is Vatelachna, and it is it could be Shtehem or Shtehem, one of the two. And this is Boana, as I said. Okay, so I was pretty much right. Okay, so if we look at the Boana here, the word is bo, which means to come or to go. And then na here is a possessive suffix, a third feminine possessive suffix. There, that is the two women coming. So this is very rare as a possessive suffix. I had to think about it for a second. So, and they walked, them two, until they're coming to Bethlehem. Okay, see if you can pronounce this line. Here is how I would pronounce it. Vayehi kavo'ana, or kavo'ana, Beit Lechem. There, it's not in pausal form. Vatehem, Kal Ha'ir. Okay, so Vayehi is a very common form in Old Testament narrative. It means and it was, or and it came to pass, or something like that. This is Bo'ana again, so it's them going again, but we have the preposition ka on the front, as them going. And it was as them going, or as them coming. Actually, I should change that to coming, but I'm not going to, okay? Stop complaining. As them coming, Bethlehem, Vatehem, and it was stirred. Now, the whole city was stirred. Kol, that's a kamatz katuf, a short O. Kal ha'ir. You know it's a kamatz katuf because kol normally has a long O vowel when it's by itself. So the makef makes it short, sucks the air out of it, and it goes into a short O. It's kamatz, right? It looks like a long A, but it's actually a short O because you just know. It's particular to that word. Ha'ir, the city, a little compensatory lengthening. Normally it's patak doubling, but, tried to shoot a patak in there, ding, ricocheted back, and we had a compensatory lengthening because the guttural says, I don't do doubling. So it's the city. And all the city was stirred. This vav is weird for us English speakers. So, and it was stirred. That's not good English. So I'm going to downshift to even. And it was as them going into Bethlehem, even all the city was stirred. Something like that is a little better English, is what I'm going to go with. Now, Vatehem, this is a nifal or end stem. I assume the seri is what tells us that, although the word is, I think, whom. It's not a high-frequency word, means to stir, I guess, and so if it's an end stem, it's was stirred. But anyway, there's not a lot of clues to go by there, just trust me. But vav patak doubling is converted imperfect. Tav is third feminine singular because city is it doesn't show it, but it's a feminine word, and all the city was stirred because it's nifal, makes it passive. Now let's pronounce this line. Alehem va tomarna hazeh Naami. Okay. So, and it was when they were coming into Bethlehem, the whole city was stirred. I mean, you can imagine, right? This is Naomi. We haven't seen you. We thought you were gone. We thought you'd never be back. We thought we'd never see you again. It's Naomi. And who's this with her? Is this a Moabitess woman? What are you doing bringing Moabites into Bethlehem, Naomi? So the whole city was stirred, alehem, about them. And then, so Vatomarna, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. We can analyze this puppy. We have Vav Patak doubling, so it's a converted imperfect or a preterite. That means that the Tav is an indication of a imperfect. This looks like a third feminine plural because of the na. It's a 1-2 punch. Tav on the front and a na on the end. So it's the women said, and they said, but it's the women. The women, because apparently the men don't really care. I don't know, who are you? I don't remember you. Well, that's probably not true. Everybody knew everybody in Bethlehem, right? Small little village. But this is Amar to say. I think it's a call. I don't think there's any particular stem stuff going on here. So it's, and the women said, Hazeh Naomi, is this Naomi? Zot is the feminine singular form of this. So Zeh is this man. Zot is this woman, singular. So the ha on the front is a interrogative pronoun. They're not laughing at her. Ha! Is this Naomi? No, that's not what's going on here. Ha is an interrogative. Is this Naomi? And yes, it is Naomi. Well, this has been Ruth 1. What verse was it? 19? 19, Ruth 1:19, where finally, after much ado, Naomi and Ruth make it back to Bethlehem. Onward!